Star Wars Unlimited fans, welcome to a new age. One filled with the mythicity of the Force itself. The 5th set of Star Wars Unlimited, The Legends of the Force. A set that not only contains all our favorite Jedi and Sith and users of the Force and powerful cards utilizing the mystics of the Force, but also the first set to enter the Legends continuity of Star Wars instead of being exclusive to the canon continuity of Star Wars. But yes, here we are, busting a full booster box, 24 packs, 16 cards per pack. I believe it's, again, one of those 276 core sets. So again, just a massive boost, just a massive set again with really powerful legendaries, really good cards, and all of that. I got this box, or should I say pre-ordered this box, from Bulldog Community LLC Gaming here in Brownsburg, Indiana. I'll leave a link down in the description below for you guys to check out the shop. Scott's a really good owner. I've pre-ordered my Jump to Light Speed stuff through him. I go and play Star Wars Unlimited at his shop. It is every Saturday at 6 p.m. There's a Discord that again you can find in the link in the description, where you guys can go and then check out the Star Wars Unlimited to figure out what is being played. Again, that is 6 p.m. at Bulldog Community Gaming LLC in Brownsburg, Indiana. Again, also if you're a Magic fan, a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, a One Piece fan, Union Arena, Warhammer 40k fan, he also does gaming for all of those events as well. But without further ado, let's bust open this box. We got 24 packs to see what we can pull and see what legendaries we get. Once again, this is a set after they increased the count of legendaries, so the rares did come a little harder to pull, but in that aspect, the rares came a little harder to pull, but the legendaries have a higher, there are more legendaries per box, so I will take getting some rares lower on the pull rate to get legendaries, which a lot of times what we're looking for are the legendaries from this set. And hopefully we pull some of the really good legendaries like Grogu. I'd like to see the Qui-Gon Jinn, I think is really good. The villainy character that doubles all raids for Underworld is really good as well. So those are some of the legendaries I'm trying to see if we can pull from this box. And maybe, just maybe, we might even pull a showcase leader from a booster as well. Now, of course, before we get in the box, I do want to look at the 3 pack arts we got. We got Ahsoka Tano versus, I still can't remember this guy. I never watched the Ahsoka show, so he doesn't come immediately in my mind. Mother Talzin of the Night Sisters and the Almighty Yoda. So that's our 3 pack arts. Once again, the packs contain 16 cards per pack, so it's a thick pack. It's 1 leader, 1 base / token. Again, the token is on the opposite side of the base. Tokens, again, this time should probably be like the Forces with you tokens and stuff like that. Also, your experience and your shield token. 9 common, 3 uncommon, 1 rare or legendary, and then a foil. So, we got, of course, 24 packs, 12 packs per side of the box. So, let's get started. Our first new leader for the set will be the one, the only, the hello there, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Action, use the Force, burn your Force token, give an experience token to a unit without an experience token on it. So basically, if it already has an experience token on it, you can't give it another one. 5 or more resources, flip him over. He's a 3/6. Maybe he should have been a 4/6. On attack, get an experience token on a unit without an experience token on it. So that is Obi-Wan Kenobi. We have a common base in the Holy City. We're just going to say this right now. All the common bases have the exact same text on them. When a friendly Force unit attacks, the Force is with you, create a token. The only ones that are unique are the rare bases. Those all have unique ways that they produce the Force. For the rest of the cards, we have the Adapt to Anger, a Fallen Jedi, a Tusken Raider, the only way right now in the game to counter the Hidden keyword. Again, Hidden now states that when a card is played, that turn you can't attack it. It's worse, just the newest way to kill absolutely non-leader units, and there is a Cunning card that can manipulate this out of your resources or your hand. So they're really good, just generic kill card. Outer Rim Mystic, which I can see being played quite a lot. Secretive Sage, do or do not. There is no try. The Patreon Guard for the First Order, just giving another card for Phasma to play around with. Guardian of the Wells, a reprint that now is in, a reprint from Spark of Rebellion that is now in rotation because it has the rotation symbol. Force Illusion, the Priestess of the Force, really strong card for many unique strategies. Rampage to get creatures +2/+2. Trust Your Instincts. Again, use the Force if you do attack with a unit. It gets +2 for this attack and deals combat damage for the defender. And then we have a Village Tender Ewok Hyperspace Foil. Next up, we got Rey. I'm not sold on this Rey. I mean, she's interesting. Her front side's pretty nice. Action Tapper, if you played a non-forced unit this phase, deal 1 damage to her. She is Rey, so I mean, you could play the Kylo Ren from set. I think that Kylo Ren is red already, so you actually can play him without any question. 6 or more, 7 or more resources, flip him over. When deploy, you may discard your hand if you do draw 2 cards. If you don't have a hand to discard, you just get to draw 2. But I'm not really sold on this Rey. Maybe I'll try her once. I'm just not sold on really playing her. I think I'd rather prefer the red Rey. So anyways, we got the Fortress Vader. Again, all the common bases once again do the exact same thing. If you attack with a Force unit, create the Force token. J-Type Nebian Starship. Refuge of the Path. Ascension Cable. A Hyperspace Banking Clan Shuttle with the hidden keyword. A Strike Shift. A Minoc. Magistrate Scout. Sorcerer's Blast. Point Rain Reclaimer, the HK-87 Assassin Droid, Asajj Press, Shin Hati, Craving Power, and then a Hollow Jedi Temple Guards. Next up, we got Cal Kestis, probably again another leader that's going to see a lot of competitive play. A lot, just because use the Force, and tap him, use the Force, and opponent chooses a ready unit they control, exhaust that unit. So they just tap any unit they have, and then basically they have to force it down. And then on attack, he flips over for 4, by the way. So he's a 3/4, flips over for 4. On attack, an opponent chooses a ready unit they control and exhausts the unit. There's a lot of playability with this guy right here. I know a lot of people want him to just be a heroic unit instead of a cunning. But honestly, I can see a lot of people playing Cal Kestis in the meta. Starlight Temple, a Forged Starfighter from the Legends continuity. Because again, I believe this is from KOTOR. So this is a KOTOR ship. KOTOR is for Knights of the Old Republic. Force Slope, which also reminds me, one of the cards from the Old Republic from KOTOR I'm looking for is the legendary from this set. Last Words, Crushing Blow, I'm forgetting his name, though. I am also looking for the leader as well. Attuned, Frynok, Overpower, Jedi Guardian, the Tukata, Akuda, Old Daka for the Night Sisters, especially for Mother Talzin, the leader. Gungi, which I think is going to see a lot of play in heroic command decks because he's a 2/5 for a 2-drop. Marin, we got Yaddle, restore 1, attack for each other friendly Jedi, gains restore 1 for this phase, which is pretty neat. I think she's going to be played more with like Kit Fisto's leader, and then a Long Beam Cruiser Hollow. We got a Hyperspace Supreme Leader Snoke. Pay 1, tap him, give an experience token to a villain unit with the most power on it. If you have a tie, you pick where it goes. 6 or more resources, flip them over. Once again, on attack, give an experience token to the most power among friendly villainy units. And again, tied. I don't know about him. I mean, he's a little better than Grand Moff Tarkin because he's a little more survivability than Grand Moff for being a 4/7. But other than that, he's basically just Grand Moff Tarkin, but on for high-powered villainy units. Still, going to give him a shot, though. We got Night Sister Lair for the common blue base. Banking Clan Shuttle, a Gungan Warrior. Sorcerers of Tund, Consumed by the Dark Side. Space Whale, Grappling Guardian. Unleash Rage, Inquisitor's Lightsaber, Cure Wounds, a KOTAR card, or a Legends Continuity card. Acolyte of the Beyond. There we go, Precarious Predicament for 2 and Cunning. Return an enemy non-leader unit to its owner's hand unless the controller says it could be worse. If they do, you may use a card named It's Worse from your hand or resources for free. So we already saw the It's Worse card. So, really, really good card right now. Definitely going to see a lot of play in Cunning strategies. Shatterpoint, Jacustus New, Time of Crisis, and then a Darth Sidious Hollow. Again, this is the specialty rare that you could typically get in the normal art. In your in the starter deck, this is the Maul starter deck specialty card, but you do get the hollows and the hyperspace hollows from the booster boxes. So if you're looking the hollow stuff out, you can still actually get these cards in the booster box now, which is actually a little better. All right, we got Kit Fisto. Tap him. Pay 1, tap him. If you attack with a Jedi this unit, deal 2 damage to a unit. If you control 5 or more resources, flip him over. And he's got Saboteur, and then he gets a +1 for each other friendly Jedi unit. Not really sold on Kit Fisto as a leader, but like Jedi spam, I think could be an interesting strategy. Probably going to take a look at him. We got the Holy City. Pounce, basically, attack with the creature gets +4 for this attack. We've got Strike True, Surprise Strike, and then Punch It for Surprise Strike does anything, Punch It does vehicles, and then we got a +4 just straight for creatures. A Ravaging Gundark, the N1 Starfighter, a Hyperspace Cure Wounds, a Village Tender, Drain Essence, a reprint of the Wampa, Following the Path. Very interesting card, kind of wish it was a little better and just generic instead of on the heroic side of things. Search the top 8 cards of your deck for up to 2 force units, reveal them, put them on top of your deck in any order. Again, you basically just draw them for your turn, for the next turn, and then put the other cards by your deck in a random order. I just not sold on this being a great searcher card. So, have to kind of see if people play around with it. Kind of wish it was just generic, like prepare for takeoff. Night Sister Warrior, the Gonian Master, Heavy Missile Gunship, the BD-1, the Tragedy of Plagueis. Have you ever heard of the Tragedy of Dark Plagueis? And we got a Hollow HK47. Our first legendary comes in the form of a Hollow. Once again, the Hollow is always guaranteed. It can be any card in the set can get hollowed. But anyways, really good legendary right here for Red Villainy. When an enemy unit is defeated, deal 1 damage to its controller's base. Just really, really good with the Revan leader right now. Also, he's a KOTAR character. And he is, of course, has the yellow banner at the bottom of his deck showing these legends. So, our first legendary of the set. We got Mother Talzin. Action, when you use the Force, burn the Force, give a unit -1/-1 on 5 or more resources. Flip her over on attack, give a unit -1/-1 for the face. Not really sold on her being a very good card, but still, not a bad leader. Not a bad leader. Could maybe see some playability like in some jank builds. We got a Hyperspace Strangled Cliffs. We got a Medical Frigate. There's disturbance in the Force, like thousands of fly. Beings cried out, and then were snuffed, and then went quiet. I forget the full quote, but that's what after Obi-Wan feels Alderaan get destroyed. Go to Hiding, Corrupted Saber, Jedi Starfighter, a Turn Tack, Inert Warrior, Hyena Bomber, Space Whale, Space Wayfinder, it's Plo Koon, Asajj Ventress, Ura Singh. Our second legendary will be Opa Rancis. Now this one's a very interesting card because he's a very interesting one because of what he does. This card gains Ambush while other friendly unit has Ambush. The same is for Grit, Hidden, Overwhelm, Saboteur, Sentinel, and Shielded. This unit gains Raid 2 while another friendly unit has Raid. Same is true for Restore. So basically, he gets every single keyword in the game, as of right now, as long as you have another unit with that keyword. So very interesting. He is double green, So if you're not playing him in double green strategy, it is going to be a little painful that if you're only playing him in one green strategy, he's going to have to come out for 5 rather than his 3. But still, I think there is some strange playability you can probably get with this guy because of the fact he can copy every single keyword, which I think is actually pretty interesting. So, not a bad legendary, kind of not the one I wanted, but still, very unique, very unique. And then finally, a Hollow Shinhati. Next up, we have a normal Snoke. We got the Crystal Caves, common base. Go in Hiding, Bane Clan Shuttle, In the Shadows, Tip the Scale, Unleash Rage, the Turn Tack, a Tauntaun, Cartel Interceptor, Exegol Patroller, just another really good card for, of course, Phasma. We got Dooku, a really good card for the Hidden Keys trait right now. Hidden, and then when played, all your units with Hidden can't be attacked this phase. So basically, you make them hidden again, which is actually pretty nice. Chirrut, Kylo Ren, Ithkoth. When defeated, you may use the Force if you do put card to play as a resource, which is pretty neat. A nice little way for like Command Heroic to kind of continue to ramp a little bit. You have to burn your Force token to do it, but still not a bad like little ramp card there. And then a Jedi Vector. Next on the list, we got another Kit Fisto leader for you all. We got the Night Sister Lair, the Kowankian Monkey Lizard, the Nabooian Starfighter, Medical Frigate, Hyperspace Consumer the Dark Side, Space Whale, Thralls of the Cavern, Village Tender, Thousands Assassin, the Tukata, Manman's Strike. We got Lightsaber Throw, which I think is going to be a very interesting tactic. There are a bunch of lightsabers in this set as well. Discard a lightsaber card from your hand. If you do, deal 4 damage to a ground unit and draw a card. Basically, discard a lightsaber and then just deal 4 damage and stuff. Probably going to be very much played in some very interesting red strategies. A Shinhati. Promotion of Doom. Next time you take the initiative this phase, exhaust all units, which is pretty good. Definitely going to probably see some plays, I especially think in Cal Kestis. And then finally a Hollow Witch of the Mist. Next up, we got the Grand Inquisitor, the second Grand Inquisitor. The Grand Inquisitor from Sparkling Rebellion is definitely going to see play in this set. This one, not so much. Action, use the Force. Attack with a unit. Attack with a friendly unit. The defender gets -2, -0. Adds 5 more resources. Flip him over. He's shielded, and the non-attack defender gets -2, -0. So basically, his whole strategy is attacking your opponent's guys, which, again, I'm not too sold on. I prefer the Grand Inquisitor from Sparkling Rebellion to definitely spike in popularity. Jedi Temple, common base, and then we have a Charging Felix, a Sand Trooper Cavalry, a Loth Cat, the Curious Flock, Paladin Training Corvette, Bolstered Endurance, a Jedi Knight, Hive Defense Wing, Interrant Warrior, a Nameless Terror, the Eighth Brother, Focus Determines Reality, Luke Skywalker Rare, which is going to be seeing a lot of play in Hera. When you play another unique unit, you may use the Force. If you do, give an experience token and a shield token to this unit. And then finally, a Hyperspace Hollow, Owen Lars. Restore 2 and then search top 5 cards to your deck for a Force unit, reveal it, and draw it, which is really nice there. We got a Hyperspace Mother Talzin for you all right there. We got a Strangled Cliffs, a Nail Marauder. I'm hoping to get the guy that doubles the raid in this box, because a raid 6 on a 3-drop is pretty crazy. Refugee of the Past, or of the Path, Mysterious Hermit, a DRK-1 Probe Droid, Jedi Temple Guards, Whirlwind of Power, a Hunting Nexu. Got a reprint in this from, I believe, like Spark Rebellion is when it first came out. It might have been coming out Shadow of the Galaxy. Knight of Ren, just again another first order card for Phasma. A reprint of Padawan Starfighter. Shin Fury. Flurry. We got Owen Lars. Premonition of Doom from of course Hyperspace. And we got the the Mythosaur. I was going to call it the Milfosaur, but that's completely wrong. The Mythosaur, another legendary. So 3 legendaries so far from the first half of the box. It's shielded, and then friendly upgraded units can be exhausted or returned to the hand by enemy card abilities. And then your friendly leader gains the Mandalorian trait. Just very, very super good card here. 9 drop for 10/10 is really good and generic. And then we have a Corrupted Lightsaber Hollow. Alright, we only have one more pack on the first side of the box, and we are still missing the rare leaders. Well, I spoke too soon. We got a rare leader in Arva Chris. Action, the Force is with you. She just straight up creates the Force, and she's the most unique epic action. If the number of resources you control plus the number of times you use the Force this phase is 9 or more, deploy this leader. So, typically you probably can maybe force her out on turn 6, maybe 5, I'm not exactly sure. But then she's 4/10, while the Force is with you, she gets +4 and gains Overwhelm. I think she's going to be an interesting leader. We'll just kind of have to see how people play around with trying to spam her out without hitting that 9 resource a hit. We have a Shadowed Undercity for our base. Consumed by the Dark Side, the Will of the Force, Porg, Paladin Training Corvette, Hyperspace, Thralls of the Cavern, Relic Scavenger, Supremacy TIE SF, Witch of the Mist, a Paladin Training Corvette, Helimoto, the Pilo Star Compass, a Ataru Onslaught, Axe Wolves, and then an 8th Brother Hollow. Here we go for the last pack of the first half of the box with a Mother Talzin, a Hyperspace Starlight Temple, Youngling Padawan, Blue Squadron Assault Wing, Life Wind Sage, Gifted Urchin, Spice Whales, the Graceful Purgle, Knight's Saber, Trident Assault Ship, Heirloom Lightsaber, Ravenous Rathtar, the Old Daka, Infused Brawler, Dooku, the Ray Rare, which is very interesting. When you draw this card during the action phase, you control a red leader or base. You may reveal this card from your hand. If you do 2 damage to a unit and 2 damage to a base. So it's kind of interestingly rare, but I'm not overly sold on it. And then a Guardian of the Wills Hollow. So the first side of the box gave us 3 legendaries, a Hollow HK-47, an Opus Ranus, and a Mythosaur. Let's see if we can get a few more cards on the second half of the box. For the first pack of the second half of the box, we start off with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm pretty sure this is also the leader we started with the first pack of the first side of the box. Then we got a Starlight Temple, Life Wind Sage, Gifted Urchin, Adapt of Anger, the Forged Starfighter, Heirloom Lightsaber, the Rathtar, Overpower, Whirlwind of Power, Do or Do Not, Karis, Rampage, a Blockade Runner, which right now is going to be a really good card for like red Piet, because it's a capital class vessel, so Piet can reduce it on his front side by 1 to bring it down to 4. If Piet actually awakens, he can get it out for 3. And when this unit deals combat damage to a base, you may get an experience token to this unit. So if it starts dealing damage, it can get pretty big, pretty fast. And we did pull the legendary I wanted. Marchion Row, a really good legendary. Each friendly unit's raid is doubled. So everybody who has like raid 3 gets to become raid 6. Raid 2, raid 4. Really strong card. Really good pickup for a legendary. That's what I'm talking about. And our last card is a Hollow Tusken Tracker. We got Cal Kestis again. We got the Night Sister Lair, Disturbance in the Force, The Last Words, Jedi Sentinel, Hyperspace Tauntaun, Knight of Ren, Crushing Blow, Acolyte of Beyond, Relic Scavenger, Magistrate Scout. There it is, Balin Scrawl. So one of the arts is Ahsoka versus Balin Scrawl. We got the HK-40 set, 87 Assassin Droid. Another, I guess, legendary I'm looking for the set is the Darth Vader from this set, which is really going to be really good. Priestess of the Force, Jedi Holocron, and then a Karis. For the next pack, we have the new Ahsoka Tano leaders. We got an Ahsoka Tano in, of course, Twilight of the Republic. Now we have a new Ahsoka Tano leader that states action, tap her, use the Force, give a friendly unit Sentinel for the phase, add 6 or more resources, awaken her, and then she's a 5/6 with on attack, give a friendly unit Sentinel. So she's sort of similar to the Chewbacca leader from Spark Rebellion, that you could play a unit out from your hand and give it Sentinel. I believe that had a restriction on the level of the unit that you could actually bring out with his effect to give Sentinel. So it's not too bad of an effect to give something Sentinel just to protect your life, and it, on her back side or her epic side, that she can give herself Sentinel as well, because again she can target herself since it's give a friendly unit Sentinel for the phase. For our base, we have the Crystal Caves. Then we have a Gungan Warrior, Ascension Cable, Army of the Dead, Sorcerers of Tund, Sorceress Blast, a Jedi Counselor, Space Whales, Jedi Starfighter, Outer Rim, Mystic. We have a Sith Legionnaire, which right now will be in a lot of command villainy decks. I can see this in Snoke. I can see this in Emperor Palpatine, because while you control another villain unit, it gets a +2/+0, so just really strong. We have a Ki-Mandi Mundi. We have a Hyperspace Mundi. We have, as I have foreseen, look at the top card of your deck. You may use the Force. If you do, play that card. It costs 4 less. Just a really strong card right there for command villainy. And then a Hollow Magistrate Scout. We got a Hyperspace Anakin Skywalker. A really, really interesting card. He is only heroic, but action use the Force, play a villainy non-unit card from your hand, ignore its aspect penalties, and then action use the Force, again play a non-villainy unit from your hand and ignore its aspect penalties. So really cool card here indeed. I think there is some playability with this, especially like Cunning. So that way you can use like Frozen and Carbonite. You can use No Good to Me Dead. So I think there is some interesting playability with this Anakin Skywalker, because of the fact that he can use the Force to basically allow you to play all those really good villainy cards. I could also see him playing in blue. Then you can use all of the blue villainy cards as well that are really good, like Super Laser Blast and all of that, with the aspect that you'll just need to burn the Force to do it. So very interesting leader. I do have some thoughts on trying out a deck with this leader. We got Fortress Vader. Hey, how nice. Anakin before he becomes Vader. It's Worse. Corrupted Lightsaber. The Vulpetex. Jedi Guardian. Hyena Bomber. The Kadu. Awakened Spectre. Wampa. Inquisitor's Lightsaber. 3 Lessons. Flight of the Inquisitors. Watto. The Invasion Control Ship that all friendly droids gain Raid 2. Really good for support for General Grievous, as also it's a capital class vessel for Piet as well. And then the Knight of Ren Hollow. We got Kylo Ren, one of the leaders I'm actually quite interested on building a deck around, because I think he's just super neat. Action, tap him, discard a card from your hand. If you discard an upgrade this way, draw a card. He awakens at 7 or more resources. He has Sentinel naturally, and then when deployed, play any number of upgrades from your discard power on this unit, one at a time, paying their cost. So when you awaken, you could just upgrade him a lot with a whole bunch of different upgrades like lightsabers and stuff like that, and he becomes this big, massive guy on the board. So very interesting leader. Kind of want to play around with him to see what he can really do. But I really like his effect quite a lot for a discard to draw 1 and then discard all these upgrades and then play them all from the drop onto him. Not mentioning, of course, he's a Vigilance Villainy character, so you also get all the really good Vigilance Villainy control cards. We got Starlight Temple, Force Slow, Fallen Jedi, Pounce, a Ravaging Gundark, Night Sister Warrior, the Strike Ship, Space Whale, Drain Essence, Jedi in Hiding, Maz, Sasiten, Urasing, Sifo Diaz. Another really good, actually rare here. When defeated, search the top 8 cards of your deck for a number of clone units with a combined cost of 4 or less and discard them. Put the other cards in your deck in a random order. For this phase, you can play those cards from your discard pile for free. So just a really good way to manipulate with the clones and stuff like that. So again, kind of support for clone units. And then we have a Hyperspace Hollow Knight Saber. Next on the docket, we got a third sister here for you all. Then a Hyperspace Shadow Undercity. And 1 Starfighter, Longbeam Cruiser, Tusken Raider, Hyperspace Jedi in Hiding, Follow the Path, Cure Wounds, Knight's Lightsaber, Protect the Pod, Loth Wolf, Calm in the Storm, Vanae, Mace Windu. There we go, Darth Malik. All right, another really good legendary one I was hunting down as well, hoping we could open from this box. But Darth Malik, a really, really strong card for Sith Leader specifically. He has Overwhelm for 5, 4, 7. Overwhelm. When played, if you control a Sith Leader unit, you may just ready this unit. So just really, really good there. Glad we could pick one up. He is also a KOTOR character. I believe he is from KOTOR 1. And then we got a Hollow Gifted Urchin. We got Snoke, Strangle Cliffs, Force Slow, Curious Flock, Corrupted Saber, In the Shadows Hyperspace, the Turnant Tech, the Inner Warrior, Hyena Bomber, Space Whale, Bolstered Endurance, the Saru Stance, Lore Sandtech, a really good, just good card for experience, for resistance, for Holdo, also kind of really good just for a unique unit. Jacusto new, and we did get one of the rare bases in the Mystic Monastery. So the rare bases are all unique on how they work. Red is about damaging, and you'll get the force token. Yellow is about resting something, get a force token. Blue is about having so much power, get a force token. Green is action. The force is with you. You can use this ability no more than 3 times each game. So basically, you just burn this to make the force 3 times for the entirety of that game that you're playing. So game 1, 3 times. Game 2, 3 times. Game 3, 3 times. So this is one of the lesser ones that I think we'll be seeing a lot of play. I think, honestly, maybe blue or red will probably see the most play out of the game. We'll have to kind of see, but green I'm not too sold on being playable. And then a Village Tinder Hollow. Kit Fisto for you all here for this leader, followed by the Jedi Temple, Forged Starfighter, Mysterious Hermit, the Porg, Young Padawan, Cartel Spacer, Interceptor, Exegol, Patroller, a Tauntaun, Purge Trooper, Protect the Pod, Heavy Missile Gunship, Stinger Mantis, Ezra Bridger, the new Ezra Bridger that on attack get an experience token creature or spectre unit. Again, another really good Hera card. And then we did get the rare yellow base as well. So we got the green base followed by the yellow base. Action, exhaust a random unit. The force is with you. So as an action, you just exhaust anytime one of your own units to gain the force. I think this may see a little bit more playability, especially with the hidden keyword running around in the game. But I'm not exactly 100% just sure just yet. And then the Blockade Runner Hollow. We got the Inquisitor, followed by the Shadowed Undercity, Medical Frigate, Loth Cat, Fallen Jedi, Counselor, Hyperspace, Talzin Assassin, Jedi in Hiding, another Jedi Counselor, Awakened Spectres, Jedi Knight, Directed by the Force, Infused Brawler, Force Illusion, Kylo Ren's Lightsaber, which is getting really nice, really good here. Tattoos, a Force unit gains this ability, cannot be exhausted by enemy card abilities. Really good, especially if you want to put on the Kylo leader so that he can't be resisted by enemy card abilities. So we have always has that Sentinels, always threatening the attack, not mentioning gets the +3 on him. And then a Captain Enoch Hollow. We got an Anakin Skywalker non-hyperspace for you all. Did forget to mention, he does awaken at 5. The Holy City. The Will of the Force. The Mokwine Monkey Lizard. the Nil Marauder, the High Defense Wing, Lothel Wolf, Witch of the Mist, Trident Assault Ship, Padawan Starfighter, the Probe Droid, the Master, Battle Fury. Ooh, talk about another really good legendary right now. It wasn't one I was hunting 100%, but if I was going to play Grand Inquisitor in this set, this is actually a really good card for it. Grand Inquisitor has hidden, raid 1, and your other Inquisitor units gain hidden. So very interesting card right now. We got a hyperspace as well of it, so that's pretty cool. And it did not actually take our rare spot either. So our rare is the Sun. The father, the son, and the daughter did get prints in here. I was kind of hoping that they would when the set first got shown off. It's Legends of the Force. They are beings of the Force themselves, so it makes sense that the father, the son, and the daughter would all get prints in the game for themselves as well. So while the Force is with you, each friendly unit gets +2/+0. So the son is for the dark side of the Force, the daughter is for the light side of the Force, and then the father is a legendary that just kind of, he can take damage to constantly give you the forces with you. It's very interesting. And then we have a Consumed by the Dark Side Hollow. Second to last pack of the box, we have a Hyperspace Cal Kestis, a Fortress Vader, the Long Beam Cruiser, Charging Philic, the Sand Trooper Cavalry, Tip the Scale, Praetorian Guard, Guardian of the Wheels, Purge Trooper, the Jedi Temple Guard, Supremacy TIE SF, the Jedi Vector, Depa Belba, Shatterpoint, a Sith Holocron, which again is a really interesting card. Attached only to a Force unit. Attack unit gains on attack. You may deal 2 damage to a friendly unit. If you do, this unit gets +2/+0. And then finally, a Purge Trooper Hollow. For our final pack, we have Ahsoka Tano. We have a Crystal Caves Hyperspace, Go into Hiding, Jedi Sentinel, the Crystal Fox, a Hyperspace Ascension Cable, Hunting Nexu, Point Rain Reclaimer, Secretive Sage, a Toon Frynok, a Minok, Gungi, Asajj Ventress, a Precarious Predicament. Size matters not. If you control a Force unit, this upgrade costs 1 less to play. Basically because it's really good, because if you're not running double blue in this, it's going to be 5. So that brings it down to 4. And the attached unit's printed power is considered to be 5, and its printed HP is be considered to be 5. And then we have a Hyperspace Heavy Blaster Cannon attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, you may deal 1 damage to a ground unit, then deal 1 damage to the same unit, and then deal 1 damage to that same unit. Basically, in essence, it deals 3 damage when played, which is very interesting. But that is the box. We did come out with 6 legendaries, a Hyperspace Grand Inquisitor, a Darth Malak, a Marshawn Rowe, a Mythosaur, Oppo Ranis, and an HK-47. Well, I would have had a couple different legendaries. The Darth Malak is really nice to have in it, the Grand Inquisitor as well. I would have liked to have seen the Darth Vader legendary, the Grogu legendary, maybe a couple of those legendaries in my collection, but nonetheless, what ones we got are pretty nice. We did not see a lot of the leaders as well. We didn't see Kanan Jarrus. We didn't see, oh my gosh, he's slipping my name, but the KOTOR character, he got his leader in here as well. So we didn't see all of the leaders in here, but we did get a good amount of the leaders as well. So nonetheless, let me know your thoughts, guys, down in the comments on this Legends of the Force opening. What cards were you the most? What cards did you like the most from the set that I opened up? What cards are you most excited for from this set? What are your thoughts overall on Legends of the Force? Also, what's your thoughts on the Legends cards now being in the game? And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you next time on Mama Dragons TCG.